The project's fine. Like he can edit the project and everything. I just don't think he can load into a game.
Oh.
Yeah, he's. Yep, yep. I went through all that with him, and it's all according to him. It's all. He's got everything. He should have everything ready, and it should be working. But he is. So I do know that the player isn't spawning in the background. Because he's able to get to the select game screen menu without without having a player spawn, which means he's getting past the. And he said that he was having trouble with the controller without having a player. I think it's something related to the input system on.
Well,
which
is
I
that
don't
stuff
means he's
tagged to
somehow
download automatically?
Well, it is, but you have to. There's a box that comes up when you download the project again that says, "Do you want to use the new input system?"
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, just one second here. How's it going, everybody? Sorry, we're just having a little Steam difficulties here tonight. Where's my pop-up thing? Sorry, my Discord's now freaking out.
Damn you, Steam.
Damn
Oh, it's working.
Steam. Oh, sorry, this one here. Hi, everyone. Hey, sorry for the delay. My Steam decided it needed an update and took forever to open and recognize who I am. So, yeah. Anyways, hope everyone's having a good. Hope everyone's having a good night. There's just 4 of us today, so we're going to jump right into Rocket Rumble soon. If you're new to our stream here, we're the Pixelons. We're going to be playing our game Rocket Rumble, which is in closed beta right now, just for another few days. So if you want to jump on, you can go to our Steam page, request beta access, and we'll grant that to you, and you could hop on in. So, anyways, we're going to do a quick little intro. Today we will start with Mark, because he's always at the top. So,
Sure, I'm always at the top.
Today we will be asking Mark. We like to ask ourselves little fun questions before we start streaming. So, Mark, if you could live in a video game world, which world would you live in?
Wow, hard question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Mark. I'm one of the programmers at Pixelnuts, or actually, I'm the programmer. at Pixelnuts.
Programmer.
Beat you to it, Ben.
Oh no, this again.
If I wanted to live in a video game world, I would say it would have to be something like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley or something like that, probably, because any other video game world I can think of, like, originally I was thinking, oh, it would be cool to live in, like, some sci-fi universe, but they're all so deadly, like, you just get killed instantly, so I think I'd want to live in one of these nice, peaceful farming universes or something like that.
It's probably a good choice. It's true. I asked this for my class once. I teach at the college over here, and somebody said Fallout. I'm like, are you okay?
What?
Like, well, yeah. Like, nobody wants to
the
live
worst
in
one.
Fallout. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, this is the worst one. Yeah. Sorry.
Live in the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's crazy. Cool. Anyways, next up is Angie. She's our community manager. Say hi.
It's funny, I actually answered this question on like Facebook somewhere the other day, and I had like the exact same answers, Mark. Like somewhere super happy, like somewhere chill as hell.
Actually, I just thought of one other one. Would be the Pokemon universe.
Oh,
that'd
could
be pretty good.
fun.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
There's no murdering, just some animals fighting. It's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
And they only faint, like.
Yeah, they don't
Oh my
actually
God.
die.
You're still beating the crap out of animals all the time, and there is a secret Pokemon sub-story where all the fathers or like adults are like out to war or something. Did you ever read about the deep lore fan fiction? Yeah, because there's never any adults except for like the scientists and like kids' moms and like a couple people.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this like deep lore someone made where like everybody's out to war like somewhere else, and the kids are just like running the show and running around having a great time because everything else is going crazy.
Probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fan game. I think it's called Pokemon Team Rocket or something, where you get to play as a Team Rocket member.
Wow.
And instead of catching Pokemon, you steal Pokemon. But it's like it shows the world from a more adult perspective, and it's kind of like saying the other games, the official games, are like from a kid's perspective, so notice all that stuff.
That's
but
cool.
it's interesting, but yeah.
That's weird.
There is some messed up stuff like that going on in the Pokemon universe. Like, I remember in Pokemon Gold, there's part where, like, Team Rocket's stealing all the Slowpokes because their tails are a delicacy. So they're just, like, murdering all these Slowpokes and eating their tails.
People do eat Pokemon. Like, there's lots of stories in the Pokemon universe where they're eating them. And, like, some of them can talk. It's like if Meowth can talk, like, one of the Meowths can talk, but the other ones can't.
Yeah.
Like, what,
Like parrots can talk.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, we don't eat them, I guess, either, but do you eat Meowths? Probably not.
They might. But I mean, if a Meowth can talk, there's nothing stopping like a Tauros from talking, or the cow.
Yeah, they all obviously have like personalities. They just can't communicate it. So if you eat them, it's like pretty bad.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Is that different from like animals in the real world?
Not really.
Like, they don't have personalities.
I guess that's true.
And just can't communicate them.
Sorry, I'm just gonna jump over to our little team setup. I'm gonna adjust Mark's video because you're kind of cut off on the side there. That was my bad. But next up is Ben. You should still be able to see Ben. You just won't be able to see the game for a little bit. So yeah, Ben, say hi. He is the.
I'm Ben. I'm the other programmer at Pixelnut. Yeah. So if I had to live in a game world, that's a good question. So like I'm like hard fixed on for the same reason, either like Stardew Valley or like a Minecraft like world, because like one of my life dreams is to buy a farm or something and live out in the country and just like well my favorite part of Minecraft was like building a home, like a house, and like building like setting up all the farms, and I don't know, I like that kind of like idea, you know, just escape the city life. And
That's
yeah.
fair.
I don't know, maybe when I retire, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Stardew Valley or Minecraft.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty solid answer. At least nobody picked Fallout. It's always good.
I know.
And you're right,
What
like
about
all the futuristic ones, right? They're always like super depressing. They're always like dystopias and everyone's awful and there's no morals, right? Yeah.
Even like a cartoony sci-fi game like StarCraft is still horrific. It's got like all these like if you came face to face with a Zerg, it wouldn't be cute like it is in the game. It would just fucking rip you to shreds.
It's true.
Yep.
So I recently played My Time at Portia, and I wouldn't pick that one. I'd probably pick Stardew as well if it was like a farming one. But everyone on My Time at Portia is kind of a dick. You play it and you like bring them a present. Like I'll bring someone like a handcrafted vase, and they're just like, "Yeah, this is fine, but maybe try harder next time." Like, yeah, they're super upfront about it, and or like if you bring them something they don't like, they're like, "I told you I hate this already." Like they're just like, I don't know.
Well, it just sounds to me like you weren't listening.
That's fine. I gave someone an apple and they're just like, "Oh, thanks, I guess." I don't know. If like somebody brought me an apple every day, I'd be pretty happy. Make lots of pie or something. Yeah, everybody was just a
Or
jerk.
you just, I don't know. I feel like if someone's bringing me an apple every day, at a certain point, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, thanks."
No, you take this apple.
My time at Portia sounds like life.
Yeah.
Your students are now going to bring you apples every day, Alex.
No, they can't. They don't know where
Is
I
that
live.
the hint here?
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't know where I
But
live.
once you go back to once it goes back to normal, everyone's going to bring you pies and apples every day.
I've had a couple students get me a coffee. That was probably the most that happened. I had one student touch my coffee inappropriately, and then he went and bought me a new coffee. So that was fun. Anyways, I'm looking for a game. If anybody is playing, I'm in the search queue. So.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, not you guys, but yeah, like if anybody's watching stream, if you want to join in on a game, I'm currently looking for one. So if you're in the beta, hop on in. If you're not, I actually haven't checked in a little bit.
Oh,
if you guys have.
yeah, check. Chris just requested beta access, so she wants to play right now.
Nice. Oh, I'm actually in the Lost Orbit Steam page. I was filling out some documentation. I needed a screenshot of the Lost Orbit developer page. Very, very random.
So what world would you pick, Alex? Or you just know which one to pick?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not ready for this question. It'd probably be like a Legend of Zelda or something. Oh, it looks like there's no people waiting for access, so somebody must have granted anybody that was waiting already. Unless my thing logged out. No.
Now, which version of Zelda?
That's
Obviously,
a good question.
You wouldn't be in Majora's Mask because that wouldn't last very long.
I'd probably be in Wind Waker. I really like the water, and the music was really kick-ass. And I don't know,
Wind
I like the
Waker
bird
seems
people.
pretty peaceful.
Yeah, right? I would live with the bird people. The Riddo.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, how accurate to the game are we talking? Are we like the same music is going to be playing in the background?
Yeah, that's it.
for the
That's
rest
all
of
you.
your life?
That's all you're listening to.
30 years of your life living on Dragon Roost Isle, and it's just the same song playing over and over and over again.
The first month is
Whenever you-
It's a
amazing.
good song though.
Yeah,
Whenever you enter a house, you have to like wait for it to load.
that'd be pretty funny. All the game rules apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess there's no guarantee that if you pick that world, you'll be like the main character either. So you could be like just
You
an
probably
NPC
wouldn't.
forever. Yeah, I end up as like Tingle or something. be the worst.
Zelda would be pretty good, unless you pick like the Breath of the Wild universe, because Ganon's pretty bad in that one. But
It's pretty bad, yeah. I feel everyone's really great at climbing, though, so that's pretty cool, because I'm not very good at climbing right now.
Isn't it interesting how, like, most of the Zelda games are like post-apocalypse games?
Yeah.
Wind Waker's post-apocalyptic, Breath of the Wild's post-apocalyptic.
Ocarina of Time, too,
Ocarina
like half
of
of it,
Time,
right?
yeah.
Ocarina, yeah.
Mario
It's
Galaxy.
kind of
Pretty good.
But Bowser would be stealing your girlfriend or boyfriend all the time.
Yeah, depends.
Or
Oh, yeah,
significant-
what do you, if you picked, oh, that's a good shot. If you pick a Mario game, like, what if you end up as Luigi? Yeah. Did anybody play the new
Could be
one,
worse.
the-
You inherited a mansion. Pretty
That's
good.
true.
That's true.
Won a
actually,
mansion?
yeah.
I don't know.
I think Luigi came out on top, all things considered.
Oh, if you were in Luigi's Mansion, yeah, that'd be pretty scary. He's afraid of everything in that. It's amazing. But did anybody play
But it's a great game.
Origami King or
Great
whatever the name
mansion.
was? It was, yeah.
No, I wanted to play it, but I haven't.
Luigi's really great in that one because he's not like, he just kind of appears once in a while, and he's trying to like really help you out and be like the best, but he just keeps screwing up. Like he keeps thinking he's like solved all the world's problems. Oh, good shot. But he just kind of like shows up and you're like, oh, that's not really what I'm looking for. But it still helps you in your adventure, but it's never like the thing he thinks it is. It's pretty great. Oh god.
Have you played the other Paper Mario games, Alex?
Yeah, I think I played all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all of them. The newer ones are not, you know, the gameplay's not really there, but they still have the same like charm and the story and stuff. I think at least.
Yeah.
But I love in Super Paper Mario, the one for the Wii, where there's like Nega Luigi, and he's like the opposite of Luigi, but it's just him because he got hit on the head or whatever. It's so funny.
He's so great. Luigi and all those like what's the Superstar Saga? He's so well written.
Oh, yeah.
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 Mr. L. Yeah.
I love how the Mario and Luigi series and the Paper Mario series are like borderline parody of the rest of the series.
That's exactly it. Yeah. It's a little spoiler for Luigi's Mansion if you end up playing that, but the very last like boss fight in it, you have to climb this tower to go fight whoever, and you're like rescuing other people. So eventually you have Mario, and so Mario shows up and he's like, "Okay, come on, Luigi," and he just takes off on you, and you're just like, "Okay," because he's like super fast and gung ho Mario, like he wants to go save the world. And then you get to this part, and Mario's like always just egging you on while you're running after him. He's just like, "Okay, come on, Luigi, let's go, come on." And you get to this part, and he just does his like N64 wall jump up to the top of the tower, and Luigi's just like, oh, and you have to like go around and take a ladder and like go through all this stuff like super slowly, and you can tell Luigi's just super annoyed with his brother, like being like all acrobatic, and Mario's just kind of being
incredible.
a dick about it. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo is very good at like poking fun at the rest of the series when they make a Mario game. Like,
Superstar
even the-
Saga is probably my favorite. Sorry, I just saw Jack. Jack's
Great
trailer.
game.
Yeah, so good. One of the few games I've legitly like laughed at, like out loud.
Yeah.
Like thought it was
It's
hilarious.
got damn funny moments. I love how Bowser like has amnesia and he thinks he's like a sidekick instead of the main villain and stuff. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
So good. He's great. Bowser's really good in Origami King too. Oh, whoever I'm playing, I'm sorry. It's just Decimate.
I always
Ben.
love when
I'm
Bowser
not
and
sorry.
Mario team up. That's like the best
That's
thing.
not me.
It's so good.
It's me.
Oh, sorry, Angie. I thought it
I'm
was
like
Ben
the
again, and I
little
was
bit.
just trying to get revenge after all the times you killed me last time. I think that was you, Ben, right?
That was me, yeah. I think so.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where like when the villain and the hero team up, it's always good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. I don't know. I wouldn't mind like certain Final Fantasy games. I think would be cool to live in, like Final Fantasy 9. There's some cool stuff
Oh
going
my
on
god,
there.
I love Final Fantasy 9.
It's a good, solid music in there.
Yeah, that would be a good
Yeah.
place
Oh,
to live.
jeez. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Oh, you guys playing too? Yeah, villains that scare the crap out of you. You know who actually what villain I like, and this is probably pretty controversial, which because I don't think a lot of people liked it, and that's why I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword, is whatever the hell his name was in Skyward Sword. What was his name? The main bad guy.
Demise?
Was it Demise? No, like not the big thing, like just like the dude, like the weird David Bowie.
Yeah,
guy.
I like that guy.
Yeah, what was his name? I forgot. He's so weird and creepy, and I love it. He actually reminds me of the villain from Final Fantasy IX. I don't remember his name either.
Yeah.
They're both kind of weird like that. Yeah, it was really good. He just reminded me of David Bowie from like Labyrinth or something.
What was his name?
I do like that kind of stuff, like, because, you know, Zelda is usually pretty light on the characterizations and stuff, so I like in Breath of the Wild how they had the champions, and I like in Twilight Princess how they have Midna. She's like the best written Zelda character ever, basically.
Really is,
she has, I like when they add characters in like that, because it's usually pretty light, and Link doesn't speak, so you need good characters to support him, but you don't always really get them in Zelda games. Like, even in Wind Waker with Tetra, and like even Ganondorf is really well done in Wind Waker too. He's like in a lot of scenes and stuff.
He's like the best. That's like my favorite version of Ganon. So awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like that was the first time I really like empathized with him, I think, as a character.
Yeah.
Like he's got motivations. Like he's not doing what he does because he's evil. He's like he wants to. Well, he wanted to help his people.
Usually, you're right. Usually Ganon's just like a DC character where he's just like, I'm evil, I'm gonna ruin the world. Come get me in my fortress, or get this device, or whatever, right? Yeah. Which is, I don't know, works for a Zelda game. They still make the journey interesting, but...
Yeah, and he's still a fun villain. Like, even in something like Ocarina, where really all he does is be evil.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what blew my mind when I was a kid? Playing Ocarina of Time. Like, I was somewhat young. I was in, like, grade 7 or 8 or something like that. When Link stabs him in the head at the end,
oh my god!
I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like,
oh, you're talking about Wind Waker?
No. Ocarina of Time. I think at the end he like stabs him in the head too. I guess Wind Waker does it too. He stabs him from the top, right? But at the end of Ocarina of Time, I think at the end he like stabs the pig right in the face.
That's right. I was thinking of before that, when like during the fight with Ganondorf, he gets like his throat cut. And he's like bleeding.
Oh, you're right. That's in Wind Waker?
No, that one's in Ocarina.
That one's Ocarina,
They changed that in later versions though, because he would cough up blood. They changed it later.
That?
They changed it. Yeah.
Wow.
They changed green blood
because it was too violent, I think.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, Ocarina was dark when it came out. Like
it was. Awesome.
Zelda games were dark until Wind Waker, really. Mm-hmm. Like, and they've been dark since too. Like they're not really that cheery necessarily. Like they're bright and colorful, but they have their dark. You know, like think about
the Game Boy ones were like fairly positive.
Yeah. Not all the 2D ones though. Like Link to the Past is pretty dark in spots. Like for a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's fair.
I found Wind Waker creepy more than dark. Like some of the enemies, like some of the undead enemies.
Oh, the Redead in Wind Waker.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Oh yeah, they
that sound they make is the best.
They're always creepy. In Wind Waker, they have like those huge like balloon heads, and they're really scary.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, I don't know what other worlds I want to live in. Every other world kind of seems like a nightmare. Imagine living in Mario Kart forever. All you can do is just drive karts, and you're not allowed to leave.
Or you know, it would be even worse if you were in the stands. You just you have to cheer on the kart games for the rest of your life.
That's amazing. Actually, yeah, if I'm gonna be in a Paper Mario game, I want to be one of the Toads. They're always having a great time, or a terrible time, but it's usually kind of funny. Okay. Be a Goomba. That's the thing. If you asked a genie to be in a world, that's exactly what he would do, like to mess you up. He just wouldn't get to be the main character.
Yeah.
It would
I don't think I'd want to be the main character. That's like a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, yeah.
In a world.
Yeah.
It would be all the worst parts of the world too, you know, like that you didn't think of.
A side scroller would be pretty bad too. You have,
well, especially if you understood you're a 3D character and you're stuck in the 2D plane.
Like, how would you see forward? Because even if you look forward, everything would be like.
Oh yeah, that'd be really hard.
It would be like have no thickness. Yeah.
I like it.
You need that good peripherals, you know?
These all sound like living nightmares, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He would need a peripheral of some kind.
Like awesome chameleon eyes or something.
Or you just always see yourself from the game camera.
Yeah, you are the game camera. Yeah, it could be that.
No,
Or, like,
you're not the game
out-of-body
camera,
experience.
but it's like an out-of-body experience. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you see yourself in third person. That would be so bizarre. Or like whatever type of game it is. But
Minecraft would be terrifying.
You like
I here
hardcore
did
mode.
a strawberry corgi.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love the strawberry corgi. If I was a
Oh, I
video
don't
game
have
character,
to.
Pink Heart's saying, if I was a video game character, I would be Waddle Dees from Kirby. Epic Yarn. That's pretty good.
get
They
murdered
just
just
by not dealing damage. Yeah, why not? That's pretty good. Oh, is there probably is Minecraft in VR. I've never played that before. That probably would be terrifying.
Minecraft
creepers?
is spooky.
It is spooky.
I remember the first few
Mhm.
times I played it, like, and when
There's some
nightfall,
tension for sure.
zombie sounds around you and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely spooky.
Well, the first time you play and you realize you have to like survive the night and build a hut, and
Yeah.
then you're just standing in like a 3x3 shitty cube made out of sand. Well, there's
With no
like
light.
monsters outside.
Right.
Yeah, like that first night in the Minecraft world would be horrifying in real life.
Yeah.
Like 10
See-
hours in a stone cute coffin.
That's
And
why,
imagine-
like, whenever I play Minecraft from time to time still, I like to play on hardcore. Because it's the only way I can really, like, enjoy the game and still always feel that sense of dread if I know that if I get
My
killed...
client timed out.
No. Yeah, that's a good call.
You know,
You want
with
that
permadeath,
dread.
because then you're actually on the edge of your seat, like, when you're fighting and stuff. I like that feeling
Yeah.
in game.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, there'd be a lot of games to be terrified in. Like imagine like I don't know, spawning into like Dino Crisis or Dead Space or Resident Evil.
Oh my god, Dead Space.
What a nightmare.
Or
Dead-
Doom.
Doom, yeah. Unless you were one of the demons, they look like having a good time. Ark? Yeah,
Yeah.
if you were an Ark, people would just put you in a cage and you just live in there forever, naked.
You just... they pick up your
Yep.
poop and use it as fuel or whatever they do in that game.
Yeah. Or like Subnautica or Raft or one of those survival games. They all sound horrifying.
Yeah, I can't swim, so that would be
Oh,
horrible.
that'd be pretty bad. Yeah,
I actually have like a phobia of deep water.
Oh yeah,
because
deep
I
water's
like-
scary.
Like, I'm so afraid of it because I don't know what could be there. There could be like in the movie where they always do that scene where somebody's like treading water and then like a huge whale swims underneath them. That's like the scariest shit I can think of,
So,
honestly. Being in that situation.
It is scary. I actually would love to swim next to a whale. That's like a dream of mine. Possibly get eaten by one. Oh, it'd be so awesome. What a way
I
to
don't
go.
think whales like often eat people.
No, but whatever. I mean,
Well, it's
they
okay
get
if you get
spitting
eaten
out.
by one. If you get eaten by one, your living puppet will come and save you.
Yeah, exactly. And I could just, I don't know, everyone's going to remember me. Oh, that's that idiot that got eaten by a whale. Yeah.
Oh my god! Imagine being in Lemmings, Sir
Yeah.
Dropbears.
Yeah, lemmings would not be great.
You can't do anything unless you get told to do it.
Oh yeah, like Abe's Odyssey or something. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh my
Ah.
god, Abe's Odyssey. Have you
So-
played the remake of that?
No, is that out? Did that actually ever come out? Or no, not the
Yeah,
remake.
it's-
There's like a new one coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, the remake of the second game coming out called.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I
I
can't
didn't-
remember what it's called.
I didn't realize it was a remake. That's the one that's made in Unity too, right? They keep
Yeah.
keep showing it off
Because
on
they remade
events.
the first game, and it's called New and Tasty, but it's just a remake of the original. And
Oh,
then
is
they
it
have a
really?
remake. Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
crazy.
like a real faithful remake, like in all the best ways. Like makes the original obsolete. So I'm kind of excited about the remake of number 2.
Oh, that's cool. I've
That's
never actually. Oh, jeez, I've never actually played an Abe's Odyssey game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they're
I know.
good.
I know. I always wanted to
First
when they
two.
were around, but it just never happened.
The first 2 are by far the best ones, but
Yeah,
Munch's Odyssey is pretty good though.
that's cool. Yeah, it's one of those games you just kind of pass by. Doesn't happen. It's sad.
It was kind of like an indie game before indie games were a thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I have a story. If when you were saying with the deep ocean, I had this friend back at Silicon Knights days. He told me they went on their honeymoon or whatever when they got married to like Fiji or something, And he's not a great swimmer, but his wife convinced him, like, oh, let's go snorkeling. It's going to be super fun. So they took the boat out to, like, the middle of the ocean. And they were, like, snorkeling out there. And two things happened to him, which he, like, dreads to this day. He's like, I was swimming, and I was just, like, looking out at all the fish and stuff and whatever, just having a good time. He's like, I was actually, like, really enjoying it. He's like, and then all of a sudden, I was just like, I'm really cold. Why am I so cold? And he looked down, and he ended up swimming over, like, one of those, like, just drop-offs into the ocean. And he's like, all of a sudden, all I could see was nothing. Like, it was just black forever. And he's like, he almost went into, like, a full, like, shock. He's like, oh, no,
Yeah, like-
okay. Yeah. So anyways, he, like,
Even
swam back.
It's scary.
Sorry, Mark? Go ahead.
Even in games, it scares me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like in World of Warcraft, when you're swimming out in the ocean and then you find the drop-off, that scares me.
Yeah.
Like, I have, like,
No, it's like you have no idea what's under there, right? And then they were like, he came back and they were swimming around and they were like with their like little whatever snorkeling coach person, and the snorkeling coach person was like pointing at something and they were like looking and like whatever, and they came up and they're like, yeah, did you see what I was pointing at? They're like, yeah, what was it? They're like, that was a shark. It was like really far away because it was like super tiny, but he's like, it was a shark. And he's like, yeah, that's as close as I ever want to get to a shark. That was good enough. Oh, this game's not working.
Sorry, Alex. I think I'm in a game with you, but I was looking for my lip balm because my lips are really messed up.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and I didn't select my character, so
Oh,
just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna try to find it, and I'll be right back.
Drop off. You're going to the drop off. Why not just fry them up and serve them with the chips? I don't know that reference. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. That's true. Why am I so warm is a much scarier thing. I mean, not scarier, but maybe concerning.
Why can't I feel my
Oh,
legs?
is that from Finding Nemo?
That would
Oh my
be-
god, I like literally just watched that like 2 days ago because my son was like, watch fishy movie? So I was like, yeah, let's watch Finding Nemo. It's the only fish movie I know. It's that or that Will Smith one where they do the car wash. I can't believe I must have not been paying attention when that was playing. I love Finding Nemo. Did you guys see Finding Nemo in theaters when it came out, like whatever, 500 years ago?
I remember. I might have.
Yeah, I used to go see all the Pixar movies. in
Pixar?
theaters. And that one was like the best. I remember like watching that and just like all the like particles in the water and just like the ocean atmosphere, like with the gigantic screen. I was just like, this is the greatest CG movie ever made. Like it was just so engrossing. Yeah. Cats and dogs. Wow. Oh, that sucks. You know what my first movie is? You guys probably people don't even know what the movie is. It's called Congo. It's about these murderous gorillas. Like,
I've never seen it, but I know.
No, it's not good. Don't watch it. But that was like the first movie I went to see for some reason. Yeah, and it was like I was like way too young to be watching Congo. Like I was like a kid. And my dad's like, yeah, let's go watch Congo. This looks good. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And these murderous head-ripping off gorillas. He's like, probably shouldn't have taken you to see that. Is Bruce Campbell in that? I don't think I've watched it since I was a kid. I probably didn't know who Bruce Campbell was. Is he one of the gorillas?
Oh, he is a cameo in it? That's awesome.
Wow. Being trapped in a cave. Yeah, I am also a little claustrophobic. Oh, is he in the opening? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Like, being in a cave doesn't scare me, but the idea of, like, spelunking and getting stuck, like, in a small opening or something, that scares me.
Yeah, like I always, like, in those movies, there's always people, like, squeezing in between rocks and, like, breathing in their chest, and that, like, mentality of, I am stuck here until I die in between these two rocks, oh, it's too scary for me. Oh, the descent.
My dad crawled into a sewer, like, thing between, like, underneath the road, and got stuck in the middle of it for 6 hours when he was a kid.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Is he just messed up still from, like, doing that?
Just thinking about it scares the hell out of me.
Is it like, yeah, it just makes you feel weird? Oh, I don't like it either. Sometimes even going into, like, yeah, like a tube or something that's too small, I'm like,
Yeah.
You know, there's that Simpsons episode where Homer gets stuck in the slide and all the children keeps, like, slamming in behind him. After that, I was just like, I never want this to happen to me. And
Yeah.
it's scary, yeah. I got locked in a cupboard for 6 hours in primary school. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, somebody
On
did that to you on
purpose?
purpose?
Yeah, that was my question. Or was it by accident? It's like some sort of malfunctioning cupboard. Yeah, squeezing in is not great. When you try and get your parents into... Yeah, totally. Bullies. Those bullies, they'll get you. That's pretty rough. I remember, I did not participate in this, but I remember I witnessed this. So in Canada, we have lots of snow, obviously. And in the winter, what was it called when I was a kid? Do you guys remember what it was called when you kick snow on someone? They had like a term for it. I don't
Being
remember
an
what it was.
asshole.
Yeah, it's being an asshole. Yeah, that was it.
Going airport. No, it's not that.
Yeah, I don't remember. There was like a name for kicking snow on someone. Anyways, I remember there's this one kid, they used to pick on him all the time because he was just super skinny and I don't know, like funny looking or something. I don't remember what was wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just a fine person, but everybody just picked on him all the time. I remember like a bunch of the kids in the elementary school basically like pushed him on the ground and just kicked snow at him until he was gone. Like he was just, I'm like, he could have gotten frostbite or died. Like they just literally buried him in snow.
Jesus.
And that must have just not been a great experience for him. But
No, I can't imagine that it would be.
Yeah.
yeah, they had
Kids
some
are
stupid
brutal.
name.
It's their little assholes.
They are little
Like,
assholes. I was a little
jerks.
asshole
Yeah.
too, but I was a big
everybody
kid, so
was a little
I had my moments of being a bully, and then I realized it really sucks pretty early, so it was good. Yeah, being a bully is stupid.
It's like Lord of the Flies or whatever. Like, if there were no adults around, the kids would probably end up killing each other or something.
Oh yeah, no,
Well-
school's just prison, right? Everybody's just trying to one up each other, be the asshole.
There was an instance where there was like a real life Lord of the Flies situation with a bunch of kids.
Was it really?
It was in the South Pacific, I think,
Wow.
but these kids, they were I don't know, they decided they stole a boat and they rowed out to sea for some reason, and they got lost on an island for like 6 months.
Wow.
Oh my
And they cooperated and survived.
They
They were like school age boys, yeah.
they just proved everybody wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I wonder if they're like, hey, you guys know
Yeah,
that
like-
Lord of the Flies thing? We have to prove that it's not real, so everybody like be cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Like
even found you.
maybe it was a cultural thing too.
Oh,
I don't
bless
know,
you.
but like,
Oh god, oh god.
'cause, like,
Excuse me.
Well, I think it
I
would
don't know.
definitely depend on whether the kids, like, knew each other well or not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's
obviously, if you, like, formed friendships with people, you're going to be much less likely to, I don't know, eat them when you're hungry.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If you know them well, you might know which one's more delicious.
Yeah.
So, okay, morbid question for you, since I was a very big fan of Lost back in the day. When you fly in an airplane, do you ever look around at the people there and be like, oh, I hope I don't get stuck on an island with these people? Or you make up stories, you're like, oh, that person's definitely going to die soon. Or like, that person's probably going to be the asshole that tries to eat us. I do that all the time.
That's hilarious. I don't fly on planes, probably.
Yeah,
but-
next time you're flying, just take a look at people and be like, oh, okay, that person probably knows how to whittle stuff out of wood, so I gotta protect that person. Or
Keep him alive.
yeah, it's like Survivor, or like you're like you're dropping into Fortnite and you're looking around and be like, okay, who I gotta be like teaming up with until it's the very end, and then one of us has to eat each other.
Form an alliance with, and who?
Yeah, you want to find
Yeah.
your Locke or your Jack or whoever, and then you find all the useless people that you don't want to be part of. You don't want to become an NPC or like a red shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I take it back. Oh, I guess it's not a video game. If it was a movie or TV show, I would definitely want to be on TNG.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there are TNG video games, so that's fair.
That's true.
Sure.
Maybe like Mass Effect. Everybody was having a pretty good time for the most part in that until things blew up.
Well, there's the whole Reaper thing, but
Yeah, well, that's fine. Whatever. You had a good time before that. You know what? If I was in Mass Effect, I would want to be those aliens that they couldn't emote. Do you guys remember those? Those are my favorite aliens
Oh
ever.
yeah,
And
like
they,
the squid people.
yeah,
the
yeah, they were
jellyfish
just
people?
like jellyfish
Yeah.
blobs, and so like they realized talking to humans was really hard because they couldn't like emote their emotions and people didn't know, so they like
They're the ones-
explained all their emotions all the time with
They're
great
the ones that run
joy.
the Citadel, right?
Are they? Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
What?
in Mass Effect 1, I think they run like the Citadel station or
Oh,
whatever.
do they? Okay, I don't remember. There's like the aliens that are like the janitors that don't talk, but these ones are just like, I don't know, like a species. They might run it. I honestly don't remember. I'm looking forward to replaying it actually, but I just love the idea of having to like speak your emotions all the time because people can't read you. I feel I have to do that sometimes without sarcasm. This is pretty good, you know. Sometimes it just doesn't work with just regular. Oh, bombed yourself. Yeah, Mass Effect. Is there any like
Mass
chill
Effect.
space games? Somebody needs like a. I need like a space. Oh god, space Stardew Valley or like a space Porsche.
I mean, there's like Starbound.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But-
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
It's still got lots of like horrific stuff in it, though. Like
Yeah,
you know,
well-
tentacle monsters taking over an entire planet and all kinds of crazy
No
shit.
That's true.
Man's Sky. No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah.
No
I mean,
Man's
a lot of
Sky's
people
not-
are dead. And the aliens look stupid, but like the creatures.
Fair enough.
I just don't want to get stuck on a world with just like a bunch of wiener-looking monsters and be like, well, I guess this is where I live now, which happens on like half the planets.
Yeah,
I actually really like No Man's Sky. There's a new update that just came out where you get to have pets.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to.
Oh, did you
playing
see that?
what do you get to
Oh,
have?
what happened?
Oh, I guess it was different on my screen. I deflected a projectile with another projectile
Oh,
right
sweet.
behind me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh yeah, Slime Rancher's kind of like a sci-fi story.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that the other day. Angie's playing that.
Oh, yeah, it's a great game.
Tell us your exploits of Slime Rancher. What have you done?
What have I done?
Yeah. What grand adventures?
I don't know.
have you
I feel like I'm only just playing. But I think like I just unlocked the laboratory or whatever,
done? Yeah, that's sweet.
and all of a sudden there's like 1,000 things to do. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, those games get overwhelming sometimes. I remember there was a point in my time at Porsche where I'm just like, oh my god, I have a million things to do, but
Right, I thought I was kind of like almost done, to be honest, and then they just added a whole bunch of other things you need to be at.
do you think you get
Yeah,
it?
that's what
They
always happens.
get you back in. We can't start this game.
Okay, boom.
No. I'll try quitting maybe. Oh nope, all players left.
Sorry, Ben.
Jackster says they added a huge post game to Slime Rancher.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's cool.
Huh?
So you've like played a lot of it then, Jackster Max?
That's like I played Porsche on the Switch, and the Switch version came with like all the DLC that ever came out. So I'm like, oh my god, this game is huge. And then I read later that's like all the things that had ever come out. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I wanted to play that one game that came out recently. I forget what it was called, but it didn't end up looking as interesting as I thought. It kind of looked like a mix between Wind Waker and, you know, Stardew or something, but it was in 3D, and it was like you're on this island, you're this little girl, and you can drive a boat around. Fuck, I can't remember what it was called. It looked really good, though.
Oh, that's cool. It's Jackster with the lore.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
Full
what
lap
that is.
thing after you get all the areas, and a lot of it has to do with the lore and collectibles. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I always like that in Stardew and stuff too. Like, just even though you're done stuff, you can still like fill out the community center and like find stuff. I always like that.
Yeah.
I forgot to hold the button.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Stardew Valley is such a great game.
So great,
Honestly.
yeah. I know. I want to
Like,
go back to. Oh
I've
my
always
god.
I've always been a huge fan of like Rune Factory and you know, the Harvest Moon games and stuff, but none of them did it quite as completely as Stardew. Stardew's like a guy was like, okay, I'm sick of them like cutting all my favorite features out or only having them in certain games, and I'm just gonna like make my own version of the best version of Harvest Moon, and that's
Yeah.
basically what it is, I think.
Yeah, totally.
You know, he
Screw
started
this.
that project so he could get a job.
Did he really?
at a game studio. Yeah,
Huh.
he graduated school. I can't remember who. What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
Doug?
I did a thing on him in school. A presentation.
Hopefully it wasn't in my class because I don't remember.
No, I wasn't in your class.
Okay, good.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm applying for all these jobs, but I'm not getting a job, so I thought I would just work on something in the meantime. And then it took, I guess, for him.
Oh my god, Alex, I found the game for you.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's called One Lonely Outpost, and it looks like a complete sci-fi ripoff of Stardew Valley.
Oh, wicked. I like it. That sounds great. Send it over. Oh, double.
Yeah, I
murder.
linked it. I linked it here in Discord. Here, I'll
did
put
you?
it in
Sweet,
the Twitter.
cool. I saw you post that camera on Discord. That's the one I bought. We're
Oh, that's
upgrading
the
our
one you
stream
got?
again. Yeah. Oh.
Is that the one you're using right now?
Oh god, no. This is like the shittiest shit that ever. Crap. I mean, it was pretty great at the time, but now it's like pretty outdated. It's just like.
So you just like ordered it, but it hasn't come yet?
Yeah, it's coming in tomorrow. I ordered like a bunch of stuff. I ordered some new cat cables and stuff. Oh yeah, Factorio is pretty cool. I actually never played that one. It looked awesome though.
Yeah,
It looked like
I like
pretty
Factorio
intense.
a lot.
Yeah.
I played it when it first came out, like into early access, and then I played it again recently. Like, I don't know. I always do that with early access games. I get all excited about them and I buy them, and then I play them, and then I don't want to play any more of them because I feel like I'll spoil like the full release for myself if I
For
play
sure.
too much.
I never. Yeah, whenever I get early access or like Kickstarter games, I just never play any of it until it's out. I know it's stupid.
Yeah.
We just don't have time, right? So unless you're like really committed to it.
Yeah, I mean, not like we have a lot of time to play games when we're making games and stuff too, but
Yeah.
still.
There was a game when I was young on, I think it was on Super Nintendo. It was called Utopia, and so it was like it was okay. It like they didn't balance it out, so it like capped out really quick. But so it was like a SimCity kind of game in space, but it was also an RTS. So like you were building your stuff, and then people on this planet would come attack you eventually, and so you had to like make sure you were building defenses and offense and stuff for exploration, but you're also like building labs and like a city and like a habitat and making sure people were like happy and stuff. It was really cool. It wasn't like an environment place you'd want to live, but yeah, I'm like, I don't think I've played a game like that.
It sounds like I've never played them, but it sounds like a lot of those mobile game ads I see where you're building like a settlement and.
Yeah, but then you download those games and they just suck.
It's never what
cool.
they promise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never
Half
what
the time it doesn't even look like the ad.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
I heard
If
Deep
you
Rock
put
was
it-
really good, eh, Jack? Jackster there. I know our buddy Pixelance Chris played the heck out of Deep Rock.
Oh,
Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, I
a
never
lot
played
of
it
people
either.
really like that.
Yeah, what's that game like? What is it? Like I saw it, but I don't actually know what how it actually
Yeah, I don't know.
plays.
I always kind of assumed that it was like a Minecraft type game, but with like roguelike, sci-fi shooting, but had some kind of like Minecraft elements. I'm not sure.
Is this somebody? You gotta hold the button. You gotta hold A or space or whatever if you're playing. If this is somebody watching the stream. There you go. Am I playing against someone? So we're adding a new thing. We were talking about it today because we were having an issue with this like while streaming and developing and stuff too. But we're probably gonna add like Steam names into the little icons up on the top because sometimes you're just playing against someone and you have no idea who you're playing with. Like I could be playing against a friend or whatever, or like somebody from stream, but I have no idea, right? So if this is somebody playing me on stream right now, just let me know. Oh god. Yeah, so you can barrel roll left and right or check.
You know where the gas button is.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Utopia was good. Anyways, did you guys, we kind of talked about this at work earlier today. Oh, basically, rinse and repeat FPS and full co-op PvE, objective base, Drunken Space Dwarves. Drunken Space
that sounds
Dwarves.
awesome.
Fighting hordes. Oh, cool. That's not at all what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not what I
like
thought.
I thought it was like a mining, like building
Crafting
kind of
game.
game, crafting kind of game.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I thought too. I didn't realize that it
That's
was
cool.
You know, I thought a lot of games were like that because, you know, for that like 5-year period after Minecraft got big, everybody was making like the next voxel crafting game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I lumped Deep Rock in with the rest of those games because I thought that it was just one of those because because it had, like, you know, some mining stuff to it.
That's cool. Oh, you applied to them? Oh, that's cool. Too bad you didn't get it. Sometimes it works out, man. Like my whole dream when I was younger was to work at Silicon Knights here in St. Catharines, and that was like my goal. I spent my entire time at college building a portfolio that I thought they would like, and it totally worked. Yeah, they like loved everything I did because it was totally like what they were doing. So it definitely works. I actually got really lucky at Silicon Knights too because I ended up applying, and then Joanne, who was the HR person there, she's like, "Oh, how did you did you see our ad in the paper, or how did you hear about it?" I'm like, "I graduated school and I've wanted to work here for like 5 years, so I applied. I had no idea you were looking for anybody." She's like, "Oh, we're looking for 1 million people." So sometimes you just luck right out. And then my buddy who went to Seneca College, he the class before his graduated, and at that point, like right at that point, EA in Vancouver, I think it was EA or one of the studios in Vancouver at the time, they were like just opening up, and they hired the entire class and flew them out to Vancouver. And then when he graduated, nobody was hiring, and nobody from his class got a job like within the first couple months.
Oh.
It is hard, definitely. I'm just reading the chat here. It is hard if you don't have any experience. Unfortunately, the games industry seems to be one of those kind of things where it's like everybody wants you to have minimum 3 years of experience to get a job, but then you can't get a job because you need 3 years of experience. So you kind of have to try to, like, you know, contract it up for a few years to get your experience, I guess.
They're looking for people under 30 with 50 years worth of experience.
Yeah, like they're looking for people that don't exist.
Yeah. It happens a lot, right? I mean, it's the first like foot in the door is the hardest one.
I mean, I totally understand it too, because you don't want to hire somebody that has no idea what they're doing, but at the same time, like, there's got to be some leeway somewhere sometimes, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, not everybody's got the magical 3 years of experience in the game industry that people want for entry-level jobs. So,
for sure.
I don't know.
It's hard, right? Because, like, I don't know, like, you want to be able to train people up and stuff, but, like, that costs money, right? And, it's just hard. Like, they don't necessarily want you to be a pro a lot of times too. They just want you to know the basics, right? And sometimes, and not that you don't, Jax or Max, but that's how they base it on. They're like, oh, if they have experience, I don't have to teach them the, like, you know, the fundamental stuff about game design or whatever the heck they're working on. And it's dumb, right? It's just like, that's the, like, vetting process, because that's the easy vetting process, right? Like, if I'm hiring someone too, like, if somebody has experience, then, you know, there's just certain expectations of them, right? And some companies just don't want to spend the time to do anything different, right? So it blows, but eventually you'll find a studio. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, Jaxer is saying, like, he's working on a side project with friends. Companies don't even consider that experience.
I know, isn't that the worst? Yeah.
Bullshit. Yeah, I'll just say it. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you just gotta frame it the right way, I think.
Yes.
Some companies will, though. Like,
the good companies will.
Our friend Mike that graduated with Ben and I, he got hired at Infinity Ward right out of school because he had the diploma, but he had the experience too because he had spent like 3 or 4 years building TF2 maps before school, so he had tons of like multiplayer FPS maps to show this company and be like, look, like, I have the diploma and I do have the experience, just not post-graduation, and so that's why they hired him, basically. At least
that's a really good way to get experience. No, I agree. Because it shows a lot, right? Like, it shows you can go through a process, it shows you can adapt to somebody else's game engine, it shows you can, like, design something within a world or, like, something that exists, right? So there's a lot of merit to mods and stuff like that.
They're looking for to succeed.
I think game jams are a good example of that too.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yes, something stuck. Awesome. I do a big class on mods and game jams. Actually, game jams is a good thing you bring up, Angie. I used to go before COVID happened and the world shut down. Ubisoft here had this like day where they invited a bunch of teachers from around Ontario to come out and basically like tell them what they're looking for in grads and kind of what to either teach or tell students, or sometimes get feedback about like what we're thinking and stuff like that. So one of the designers, I went to this like design talk that they had, like level design talk, and one of the designers, she was like a recent grad out of one of the schools around here, and somebody had asked her like, well, what how did your experience go of like applying and getting a job at a school, because that's like what a lot of students are asking about. And her like boss was there too, and he's like, oh, I'll tell you exactly why I hired her, and it was because she did like 30 game jams or something like that. She won like 2 of them or whatever, but he's like, it wasn't even that she won the couple, it was that she did them. She made a game from scratch to finish, whether it was big or small. She could work with a team, she could work on her like feet and like come up with an idea or whatever based off of like a last minute premise kind of thing, right? So it just shows you're dedicated and you care. So it's kind of weird. You could get a job by doing a bunch of weird stuff, right? Like so far I've heard of people getting jobs from game jams, mods with Mike. There was a student I had years and years ago. She started a YouTube channel about programming. She was just kind of like doing tutorials and stuff, and she ended up getting a job because people liked her tutorials. Like somebody messaged her and be like, hey, we've watched a bunch of your tutorials, do you want to work here? Like you kind of know what you're doing. And even one of our artists who did a bunch of work here, he started doing like tutorials, got actually really popular with it, ended up getting a bunch of teaching jobs online to do like tutorials and stuff like that, and like has basically a career either teaching or developing stuff for other studios because of his YouTube videos. Like he's like pretty popular on YouTube now too, but with like Blender stuff. But yeah, like, I got him a job.
You talking about Chunk?
Yeah, Chunk. Yeah.
Get learned with Chunk. That's his YouTube
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Channel.
That's awesome. He does he does like official channels now for either Blender or Substance or and then one of the schools, like one of the online schools. Oh my god, that was amazing.
You murdered me, God.
Yeah, that was awesome. I totally did it on purpose. Nah. But yeah, no, yeah, it's interesting. The tutorial stuff works really well. Like, yeah, I don't know. You just like, I mean, I spent a ton of time watching people doing tutorials when I first started learning Unity. And like those people were like gods, at that point to me. They were like the masters of this stuff. So if I could get a chance and give them a job, like heck yeah, I would.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny.
I think too, like, if you apply to somewhere like that and they tell you that you don't have the experience, you should definitely apply there again, like the next year. Like, don't fucking start like harassing them, but apply to them yearly or something and just say, this is what I'm doing, and I still want a job with you guys.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And depending on when you graduated, sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I was just gonna say, all you need is one job. You need one person to say yes.
Yeah.
It's true. It totally is. Like once your foot's in the door, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot of life, right? Having babies, getting a job, getting a bank, getting a loan.
Having a bank account.
Once a bank thinks you're real, then you're good to go. Once you're in debt, people are very happy to give you more debt. But if you have no debt, you can't get debt.
Oh, that's so weird.
Isn't that?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that one's my favorite one.
Unless you have a lot of money, but then why you get asking for more money?
Yeah.
You don't need it. Wow.
Good try, Ben.
What?
Am I playing you here?
I think so.
Oh, okay. You just tried shooting me. I dodged your.
Yeah, you keep dodging my projection.
Oh, dodged it straight to hell. Oh, that was amazing. What a body check. Sir Dropper says, biggest thing I learned in my diploma course was always have a reason for everything in your game. It's amazing how many devs don't think that. Oh yeah, that's really good. It's true. It's like, why the heck is this in here? That's a good thing. A lot of times people put stuff in because they're like attached to it, and even though if it doesn't actually work for your game, they'll keep it around. So, and he also said, I think if you need experience and no one will give you a chance, develop your own game. Looks good when you can see a project through. It's true. Like even like just do a small mobile game or a couple small mobile games. They don't have to be huge or like. One of the things we tell students or people like getting into the games industry is like, do not do your dream game first. Don't start developing your big MMO, RPG, whatever. Right? Do a match 3 game. Do a whatever. Right? Do a Bejeweled or a whatever. Right? Because
follow a tutorial, see it through to the end.
Yeah. Right? Like it's I don't know. It's funny. Put it out on itch. Oh, sorry. Mike.
It's totally understandable. That's the mistake everybody makes too. And it's totally understandable because you're excited about making that game.
Oh yeah.
But you shouldn't be making it for your 3rd-year project or your first game out of school. That's insane because it'll never be as good as it could be. You need to do something much smaller.
Yeah, make mistakes first, right? Make mistakes on smaller stuff, on other people's dime. That's the best one, right? Go get a job somewhere and screw up over there. That's the best one. That's how I always tell people. Be like, go screw up somewhere else before you screw up your own stuff. But yeah, no, that's totally true. So we have friends here, Devil Cider Games. They're a group of grads from Niagara College here, and they started their own company, and they tried making a couple games, and they got pretty far with a few of them, and did some contract work, and they were having a little bit of trouble with kind of the same thing, like experience in a way, even though they're their own company, like trying to convince people to give them contracts, or even here with grants. Like we have a lot of grants in Ontario, trying to convince that like the government to be like, no, I'm a real company. Like you have to convince them as well. It's kind of weird. You figure grants are for people like trying to start something and develop something, but the grants are actually for people that are already developing something that need money to develop it further or to grow their business, because the grants are all about like making more jobs, not just sustaining people trying stuff. So like they couldn't even like convince the government at first. We had this problem too when we first started Pixellots, is like, oh well, you're not like a real boy yet. You haven't you haven't like walked yet. You're still a puppet or whatever, right? And we had to do the same thing. We had to do like a mobile game. We had to team up with other teams and do stuff. And then eventually they're like, oh, I see you're still around. You haven't gone bankrupt and you know what you're doing. You should be good to go. So one of the things Devil Cider did is they were participating in game jams as a company, which is really cool. So they ended up doing a game jam recently for Indie Arcade. They did a Jamming the Curve game jam for COVID. And they ended up winning the whole game jam and got a little bit of money to like take the game to market and Indiecade and stuff, like help them promote it and stuff like that. So it's called Cat Colony Crisis. It's on Steam and itch and iPhone and Android, and it's free. It's a free to play game just to kind of educate you a little bit about COVID avoidance and stuff like that. But anyways, they ended up being able to ship this game. They got like a ton of downloads out of it because it's free, and they had some advertising money and some support from Indiecade and stuff too. And I'm sure that's going to help them like a lot in getting grants and contracts and stuff too, because like now people are like, oh, you're like a real company now because you've published something, right? And you have a couple people playing it, right? So it's funny, but yeah, companies kind of deal with that stuff too in a weird way. People don't believe you that you know what you're doing until you do it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I feel like sometimes they say no because they want to see if you'll stick it out after a no and come back the second time or the third time or whatever,
I think so too. Mm-hmm. They want to see if you go bankrupt. They don't want to give money to companies that aren't in it for the long haul, right?
Yeah.
Or something, I don't know. No, bird. It's interesting. But yeah, no, getting a job stinks. I got really lucky, like straight out of school. I got a job doing some animation and then got a job at Silicon Knights shortly after that. But I know a lot of people who spent, months or sometimes years before they got a job or whatever, so it stinks. And then like me being a teacher, like I see some funny different ends of things. Like sometimes you see a student and you're like, oh yeah, this person's getting a job, like no problem, right? Like with Mark and Ben, like I was like, oh yeah, these guys will be fine. I should probably snatch them up before they go to somewhere better. And you know, sometimes you can see that from a student, right? And you're like, yeah, they care. Like I've had a lot of students who have gone to, you know, Ubisoft or other places, and you're like, yeah, of course they're going to do fine. They care a lot. They have the work ethic. They're not going to give up, right? And sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're like, the student was really good and cared, and then like, you know, a couple months after they graduate, they just stop working on stuff and just give up, which stinks. But then you also have surprises, which is my favorite, where you're like, oh yeah, this student, they're fine. They'll probably get a job maybe someday, but they're probably going to just quit and move on careers. And then they don't. They like stick through it, and sometimes it takes them like 2 years of talking to people and getting better and doing tutorials and game jams, and eventually they get into the industry, and you're like, I won't lie, I didn't think you were going to do it, but you did it. And, you know, it's pretty awesome. So, yeah, it's crazy. The industry is weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, we pump out a lot of students. Sorry, Ben.
I was gonna say, I think like maybe something that the reason that is too is because when you're in college, you're still quite young too, right? You're still trying to figure out. Like I know, like I went to game dev a little bit. I was a little bit older when I joined the program.
Yeah, me
and
too.
When I did university first, and I did not take university as seriously as I should have probably. At first, and then after failing a couple years, I decided to step it up. But
yeah, nobody takes school seriously at first, usually, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Sheridan. I did horribly.
And I didn't know what I wanted to do, like, but it took a little while. But you don't really know what you want to do until you're doing it. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. And sometimes you need motivation of screwing up, right? Sometimes that does help a lot. You're just like, oh, I don't want to just keep screwing up or whatever, or failing or whatever. I gotta like take this seriously. So yeah, you never know, right? Everybody has different motivators.
Sure, before I got into game dev, I was like working at a head shop.
Selling heads?
What the head
Selling
shop?
bongs.
Selling buns?
It's like a weed paraphernalia store.
Oh, is that what they call them? Head shops?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if we use that term over here, do we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no, is Mark frozen? Or are you just very still? Oh,
Either way,
still.
I worked there for like 7 years.
I got distracted by something.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Did you really, eh? That's cool. Did you like that job? I mean, you were there for a while, so you must have liked it.
I mean, I loved it. I worked there for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Up until last year, actually.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it wasn't going anywhere. Like I was kind of as far as I was ever gonna get, you know.
Yeah.
A local store.
That's hard, right?
Well,
I was like 26 or 27 when I decided to try game dev.
Yeah, and that's awesome, right?
Proper career choice.
Sometimes you need to, even like my buddy Pixelance Chris, who started the company with me. Like we did this company for about 5 years, and then eventually he was just like he's like, I kind of want to go back to school and do something else. And like, at like 30, he decided to become like an engineer, which is like super hard and a ton amount of school. But like he did it, right? He was just like, whatever, screw it, I'm doing it, and why not, right? Like you're never too old to go to school or change careers or I don't know. Nothing's forever, right?
I would say it's better in a lot of ways. Like I decided to go to college when I was 26 for game dev, and because I waited until I was older, I would not have been as successful if I had gone younger. Not a chance.
Yeah. No, I went to Sheridan right out of high school, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just drank a lot of coffee and just failed. It was not good. It's fun drawing and looking at glass blowing, but I didn't do very well.
Glass blowing is the craziest.
Oh my god, so good.
I find it funny too, because like when I was in game dev, I didn't really care about my marks, but like I felt like I did pretty good.
That is not what I thought. Well, maybe you didn't care. You got really good marks, so I assumed you cared.
Well, so I cared about doing well, but I didn't really care about like once the project was over, I didn't care, but like if it was.
It's more about like what you're learning, doing everything.
Yeah, I more cared about the experience rather than the what my paper said. Like I don't even remember what.
Yeah, I don't remember any of my marks. Like I'm less of a marks person. Like I got good marks in lots of things, but like I'm never going to be that person that's like on the honor roll, because that's not really my focus. Like, that's what I'm talking about, going back to school, like, as being a mature student compared to going right out of high school. If you go right out of high school, you get people who are either going to drop out, a lot of them, because they're not taking it seriously, or you get people who are still in that like scholastic mode where they're doing everything for marks, and they're not really thinking of it from, I don't know, that type of point of view.
Yeah, no, big time. I definitely have students every year where like all they care about is marks, and they will like fight for every percentage and stuff. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. School doesn't even matter. Like, I'm a teacher, and I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. And, like I say it in class sometimes. I'm like, none of this really matters. Like the marks don't matter. The diploma doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're getting better at whatever you want to do, and you actually know what you want to do and know like what you're going to focus on. You know, that's what matters, right? But like the only time I got my diploma out from college was to get a job as a teacher. That was the only job that's ever cared about me having a diploma from somewhere.
Diploma says, or whatever.
Yeah. No, nobody's cared. Who am I playing against? Is this one of you guys?
I think it's me.
Did I do that amazing bomb throw earlier where I threw it against a rock and then it hit you? That was the greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
Bird?
I'm a bird.
I'm a cat.
Oh no, I'm a corgi.
Oh, I'm playing against a blue bird.
I am a bluebird. Maybe I'm playing against you. Oh yeah, no, I'm playing against Mark. Angie's playing against you. She's a cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think when you threw
throw?
that bomb earlier, I think it screwed up my game, to be honest.
Oh no!
I had like a camera glitch really. Was it
really?
like really early on?
Yeah, it was like around right before the spinny bits.
I heard the full look at it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like screwed up my camera for a minute
really?
until
It was
we
an
respawned
amazing
somewhere.
throw. It was an amazing throw.
It like focused, the camera focused on like the projectile thing. So
Oh really? Oh weird.
Weird.
Yeah,
that
that's
on the
very
track.
weird. Wow.
This is me this time, Alex. This is me and you.
Alright, prepare yourself. Cool. Anyone new to the stream, if you're watching us, this is Rocket Rumble. It's in beta right now. It'll be coming out in early access later on. You can jump in the chat, say hi if you have any questions about the game or if you're playing. Now's a good time to play because we're obviously playing. So it's a closed beta, so we don't have a ton of people playing, so sometimes it's hard to find a matchup, so it's always good to jump in when we're streaming.
Yeah, that's another good reason to shorten the beta periods and just do more of them, I think.
I think
We
so
don't
too.
get-
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I saw a message from somebody on Steam. Like one of my friends played the game and posted a screenshot, and then somebody replied to it and was like, I couldn't even get in the game. Like, the only thing that worked was the customizations.
Oh, is
And
that
it's
your
like,
friend that posted that? I saw that.
Yeah, it's like, it's not really that, they just think it's that there's a bug and they're not able to get into the game.
Right,
They didn't really understand. I don't think they really understood that, like, nobody was playing at that time.
Well, especially if they're
Yeah.
not on our Discord or joining us on chats, right? Then it's harder to communicate some of that stuff right off the bat. So one of the things we talked about today, we had a little team meeting, is we're going to do an open beta in a couple months, and this beta's been like 2 weeks, which seemed like a short time when we first thought about it. We've never done a beta before, so we had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
It seemed like a pretty good amount of time, but it's turned out to be like quite a long time. And then one of the problems we've had is that we actually had like a decent amount of people sign up for it, but you know, if you have a few hundred people sign up and then everybody plays on a different day, then nobody's ever playing together, which is obviously not
Or
a
it's
great
different
experience.
time. Or
Yeah, or different times, right? Like we have people from all different parts of the world and stuff. Like we're from the East Coast in North America, but you know, other people are like super East Coast. And we have people from all over the place, right? So yeah, it's kind of hard to find matches sometimes. So for the open beta, we're thinking of just doing a shorter beta, and then maybe before that doing like lots of like weekend betas or something like that. So that way everybody's playing within like a 2-day period. We can stream a lot during those 2 days, and then
So that there's like all these people playing and stuff.
yeah, like we can even take turns, right? So then like almost all day or something like that, somebody's streaming. Oh my god, the projectiles
I feel like
coming after
people, I feel like if you tell people like, "Oh, it's an open beta," you have 2 weeks. Anytime in the next 2 weeks, like they just forget about it too.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh,
a good
play
call.
it soon" or whatever. If you tell them like, "Oh, it's an open beta," and it's like only for the next 4 days, they're more likely to just like play it right away. I think
It's a 1 hour beta.
1 hour beta.
Yeah, 2 to 3 in the morning. That's it. Do super betas.
That'd be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah,
It's not
true,
that-
right?
It's not that we want to like limit people's ability to play the game. We just want to try to make the experience better so that there's more people playing and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
I
not-
know.
Yeah.
It's definitely the opposite. It's like trying to improve people's experience within the game, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be good. So yeah, anyways, if anybody has any suggestions on that, or if they'd like to see specific things from any of the betas or something like that, like we're obviously fixing a lot of the issues that we had for this one, and adding some additional stuff too. But if there's anything you'd want to see, let us know. Jump in our Discord, throw in some feedback or some requests, or in the game if you're playing, there's like a little feedback button there. If you haven't seen it, you can always write some stuff up if you want to be more anonymous, because I don't think that one tracks your name or anything. So if you just want to if you just want to like be like, oh, I really hate that Alex guy during stream, his stupid hair, just like, yeah, just do it. I had this experience when I was at Silicon Knights way back when. I was the environment assistant lead for To Human from the environment team. And closer to release, we started doing these developer diaries, which you could probably still find them on YouTube. I had super long hair and stuff. Anyways, I had these red shorts that I wore the one day because I used to bike in all the time, and I just don't like pants. So they called me and they're like, "Oh, can you do this video, whatever, diary thing for us?" And it was just like super on the spot, so it's super awkward, and I was not as good at speaking as I am these days. But so I have this video where I'm talking about the environment, sitting there in this in my art director's office, and then on YouTube there was the best comment. Somebody was just really upset about my red shorts. I don't know, I was just showing too much leg or something. I don't even remember what they said anymore, but they were just like, I don't know, they made fun of my red shorts. And I always remember it, and I was never upset. I just thought it was hilarious that somebody took a time out of their lives to complain about my red shorts. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah, that's so funny.
The guy in his damn red shorts. It was really good.
I hate that guy.
Yeah. Oh man, those videos are probably super cringy these days. That was really good.
That was a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Is that you, Mark?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
It was not planned, unfortunately, but
No, you gotta take credit for that. If it happens, you take it.
the biggest pro gamer.
Yeah. Oh my god. But we'll be doing lots of these streams. So after our beta's over on Friday, but then following that, we're probably going to do lots of like dev streams where we're either going to be just working on stuff or kind of talking about maybe updates that we've done that week or whatnot. So if you dig some of the stuff in the game and will kind of want to follow along, give us a follow and or join our Discord to see the schedule and stuff too. But we'll be doing lots of that. So. I'm going to be working on new tracks, so I'm going to be trying to stream some of that, just putting the track together and whatnot. So the track's pretty close to done. I just gotta make it look a little prettier. But yeah, it should be pretty fun, and I'm sure we'll all take turns doing different stuff, so on different days. But
Make it look awesome.
make it look awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to getting another track out. Not even just for you guys, obviously for you guys, because we want you to play new tracks, but for our own sanity too, doing all these streams. There's only so much time you can play a single track in 1 week. Oh no, what did I do?
Although I think that the track is like surprisingly replayable, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I am also surprised how much we can play it, and I don't despise it. But that's the Mario Kart feel we're trying to go after. I love Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I've played way too much Mario Kart in my life, and I don't know. You just replay the tracks so many damn times, and they're so good.
Yeah, I mean, playing them a lot just gives you an advantage.
Yeah, exactly. We could do a little Mario Kart crossover. Convince Nintendo to lend us like Yoshi or something, or like a really
Yoshi would
obscure.
be good.
It'd be good. I think it was some sort of what other animal do they have?
Birdo.
Oh no, I want the penguin from Mario 64 in all his low poly glory. like I want like a side character from a Nintendo game. I'm gonna ask them that. I wonder if they would be okay if we ended up releasing this on Switch to give us like a.
We can get Mario in our game. Even just put him in the cat suit.
That'd be really funny. He could be equipped into anyone if you give him enough suits. He could be Tanuki, Catsuit Mario. There's a Bumblebee Mario as well. He could be the Swarm of Bees that we want to do.
Swarm of Bees?
Yeah. Is that how I said it?
No, that's how I said. Well, that should be.
I like it. Oh god, there's a bomb. Swarm of Bees. I'm looking forward to getting the Swarm of Bees in here. Oh god. Terrifying.
And you guys are in a 3-player game?
Heck yeah, you're missing out.
Yeah, I know. I queued too late.
Yeah. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh my god. You know what I kind of wish? I kind of wish the explosion from a projectile did area damage, so I could fly into you and then you would also die, like from a grenade.
The bomb does that.
Does it?
Oh,
I guess, yeah. So in oh yeah, go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
I was gonna say like I can add that in.
Yeah, it might be overkill. Like everybody just get blown up all the time. And it's the only reason I say that is we used to play a lot of Gears of War, like multiplayer and horde mode and stuff back in the day. And they had these grenades. They were these like sticky grenades. They had like spikes on them, so they were just stabby grenades, I guess, not sticky. But you could run up to someone and then just jam a grenade on them, and then wherever they would go, they would blow up and ideally, kill other people on their team. But the best thing to do is once you had a sticky grenade on you, for some reason the person would never try and rip it off, but you would try and run after the person that put the sticky grenade on you to try and murder them as well, right? That was like the best part of a sticky grenade is tagging someone and getting the hell away and hoping that they don't take you with them. That was the best. Always like that little tactic, a little extra like mini game basically. Oh no, we lost someone. We were in a 3-player game.
I think it was Angie.
Oh,
maybe.
no, no.
Damn.
Are you in this game, Angie? Oh.
I was, I think.
Maybe it was Sir Drop Bear.
You've been disconnected from your match or whatever.
Might have been you then.
Yep.
Sad times. What time is it? 8:30. Wow. Time flies. The other day we streamed for like 12 hours. It was so long. Time goes by.
It wasn't that long. Yeah, it was pretty. We streamed for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
There's a couple streams we did that were like almost 3 hours long, and I don't know, you just get to talking and you forget. Partially because I just don't talk to anybody else except for my wife and like toddlers, so I think it's just nice to speak to other adults.
Yeah, that's very
adults. True. It helps.
Yeah.
Pixelon's Vince is also watching us here, not speaking.
What?
I know. You could say something.
What the hell?
Pixelon's Vince has done he modeled all the characters in this game. They're quite excellent.
How do you know who's watching?
I know everything. I can tell you.
I didn't know you
could
put that.
You can up on the chat. There's that little 2 little people up on top. I don't know if you guys have it. You guys should have it because you're like admins or something.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that on the chat? There's like the little 2 people. If you click on that, it tells you who's watching. But also on my left-hand side, there's a Pixelon's Vince, and it says he's watching Pixelons. So maybe he's just listening to us, just screaming in his head because he can't answer because he's too busy doing something, teaching or something noble.
Some noble profession.
Yeah, watching
probably not
WandaVision.
teaching at 8:30.
He might be. He could have a late class. He could be tutoring a student.
That's true. That's
yeah. They could be having problems modeling, and he could just be yelling at them or just shaking his head. Oh, you're still invincible. Boom.
Watching a stream in the corner of his eye.
Oh! From nowhere, my friend, the homing missile. Oh, shoot.
He always comes home.
Always comes home. It's awesome. Is that why they call them homing missiles? Because they come home?
I guess, yeah.
But they're not coming home. That's like a boomerang missile, right? They're going to wherever you want. You're not trying to kill your house. I guess you just tell them it's their home. They're like, hey, this is where you're from. Go home. It should be like a visiting missile.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, I guess.
No, not quite. Oh god. Oh my god. I am the greatest bomb thrower ever.
Amazing.
You know, in Mario Kart, like lobbing a bomb and hitting someone directly with a bomb is like one of the greatest feelings in Mario Kart.
Oh.
Yeah, with a bomb.
With a bomb, yeah, because like just like a direct hit is so good. Or a banana. Sorry, banana is probably my favorite. Bomb's good, but it's like an area of effect. Hitting someone with a banana with a forward throw, because it doesn't kill them, but just making a contact with a single banana is amazing. I try that so many times when I'm driving, and it's really hard.
It's very hard.
Good end murder. Oh my goodness. Freaking Mario Kart. There was rumors that they were going to announce a new Mario Kart, or hopes, I guess, but...
I know, I heard that.
Yeah, I don't really know if they need a new Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 is so good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love a new Mario Kart, or even like a DLC, but... Mario Kart
some
8
of that
is
stuff,
so good.
like... When they did the Nintendo Direct the other day and they announced Splatoon 3, like, that's cool, but it seems way too early for a Splatoon 3 to me, personally.
Yeah, like 2 just came out, right? Was 2 like a launch title for Switch, or was it a Wii U title?
It was, I guess it was... Or no. It was a launch title for Switch, or maybe not at launch, but...
Because Splatoon 1 premiered on the Wii U, right?
Yeah, Splatoon 2, I guess, was kind of like an updated version of number 1, but I think it was... They, like, billed it as a totally new game. But spend some time on your other IPs. Like, you don't just need to do Zelda, Splatoon, Mario, and just do nothing else ever. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I know those ones make the most money, but that doesn't mean you can't make other things. I don't know.
Yeah, like, where's my Earthbound game? Where's,
It's not happening. Get out of here.
Never happening. Ever.
It's funny. So the thing with Splatoon, when they showed that video, there was like a moment where I thought they were doing a single player Splatoon, and I was super excited because I love the mechanics, but I don't have time to play like that kind of competitive game.
Yeah. I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, did you? Yeah. I would have been so excited because like, I don't
some
know.
sort of story mode or...
Yeah. I would love to play a single player.
The trailer is like Fallout vibes or whatever. Like at first, and
oh my god, that was terrifying. I love the shield with the projectile.
I definitely also agree with that. Like, you know, I don't know. I'd much rather play a single-player Splatoon game than a multiplayer one, personally. But
yeah, and like I mean, people love Splatoon, so like that's fine. I get there's huge fans. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that was terrifying.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, asteroid. I'm gonna smush too because I can't get items. Oh god, I'm the wrong person. I thought it was red. I forgot.
So I'm hoping that I think I fixed that bug. In the latest builds.
Which one, the mouse one?
The one where you can't get items.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I think I fixed it. Like that game we played the other day gave me a lot of that data for that.
Cool.
So hopefully when I patch it, it'll be better.
Yeah, that's cool. So people in chat, what were you hoping to see from the Nintendo Direct? Were you disappointed? Oh, came out of nowhere. I really wanted... I don't know what I wanted. I just want my Metroid.
It was, what I thought was kind of funny was when they did the Zelda announcement, the guy, I think he's the new president, he was like, and we have something more to show you. And then Ionuma came on the screen and he's like, we have nothing to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
I told them we had nothing. They told me I had to come up here anyways.
He's like, I thought you were going to hear about Breath of the Wild 2, but no.
No. Nothing.
Like, obviously that was filmed separately. I would imagine like
For
that
sure.
wasn't planned, but I just thought that was funny.
It was really
But,
funny. Yeah. One day we'll get a Metroid.
Yeah, one day.
Maybe.
I just hope it's good. Metroid
It's gotta
Prime
be
4. Like,
Nintendo doesn't
Like-
put out a lot of bad games, so I'm always pretty confident.
yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that's nice about Nintendo. You can pretty much always be confident in buying one of their games because
Yeah.
the chances of it being bad are pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a couple of the Paper Mario games, or like recently, have been bad. Like the sticker one or whatever, I don't think was good.
Sticker Star, yeah, wasn't too great.
And the
Yeah.
one before
But
I think wasn't
Their
like the
bad
best.
games are still worth playing.
Yeah, they're still fine, right? Yeah. Yeah, like what's the word? Like I don't know. Other M was
bad
probably like the
Zelda
worst Nintendo game I've played, or
Oh, Other M, yeah.
Yeah, or
But it's
Spirit
still a
Tracks.
good game. You know,
yeah, it just wasn't a
I
Metroid
liked
game.
Spirit Tracks.
Did you?
I
Oh,
liked
hate-
Spirit Tracks.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people did. I really didn't like it, but
I don't like Minish Cap either, though.
you don't like Minish Cap?
Not
Oh,
really.
Really?
It's
Eh?
too short. I don't like the shrinking mechanic because, like,
Ah.
to me, the shrinking mechanic doesn't add anything unique to the game. All it is it's a mechanic to get into another door that just happens to be small. It doesn't really change the game at all. So it's like not
Yeah.
a very good gimmick.
No, that's
And the game is pretty short and stuff too. I don't know. It's just not one of my favorites, I guess.
I think I like it because it's very like uniquely whimsical, and like I don't know, it
It
just does like
That's
fun
fair.
kind of things. But I agree with you. Mechanic wise, it's probably one of the weakest Zeldas.
The world is just not. The world is very cool, like thematically, but it's also very like linear. It's not really like an open area like the other 2D Zelda games are. It's more like each area is almost like a level. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know
true.
what you mean.
I just have gripes with it, but it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination either. So,
You know, it's a great
You know.
game. A Link Between Worlds.
oh hell yeah,
So
that's
good.
one of my favorite games.
Yeah. It's so good. I feel it's like maybe not underrated, but I just feel people kind of forgot about it or something, and it's so good.
Well, it's because it was on the 3DS, and the Switch kind of overshadows that at this point. But
I guess that's true. That's something. I want them to put out like a 2D Zelda compilation. That'd be amazing.
Link
Like,
Between Worlds is like the best 2D Zelda game, other than Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. I think, like, it's so good.
yeah, I agree.
Perfect sequel.
So good. I know. Like they kind of add enough stuff in there that's like interesting, but like enough like link ups to the old game that kind of keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like unique enough that it doesn't feel like I don't know, like they're just kind of whatever using the
I don't know
old
if it
game
would
as a
be
as
as
a hook.
good. I don't know if it would be as good for someone that hasn't played A Link to the Past, but for anybody that's played it, like, it's so good because you go back to this world that you've already experienced, except everything's different. And you come around this corner and you're like, oh, I remember what's here, but then something else is there. Or like you go into a cave entrance and you're like, oh, I remember there's like a room in here where I get a piece of heart. And then you go inside and there's this huge new puzzle maze in there or
Yeah.
something like that. It's just like
Yeah,
a
awesome.
surprise around every corner. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but
Yeah.
it's so
But-
cool.
That's what I hope Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be kind of like.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like
I
the
won't mind
same
if they
world, but
redo
like
it.
destroyed or like messed up or splintered. I have a feeling like there's gonna be like floating islands or something. Like they're gonna change it up like vertically or something like that. But it'll probably be like
Yeah.
you never
Or
know.
like caves open. Like
lot
they
of
didn't really have a
people-
lot of caves in Breath of the Wild. I found
Mhm.
like indoor.
No, they didn't have enough indoor stuff because of the shrines, really. But the shrines
Yeah.
aren't all that interesting
Mhm.
after the first few that you've discovered.
yeah. So I
They
wonder if
need
they'll
like
add
full-on
more of that.
dungeons and caves to explore and stuff would be really awesome.
hmm
And I don't. There's been a lot of people making videos about how they're all like worried, like, oh, what if it's just the same overworld? And it's like, well, it's definitely going to be partially that, but
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a problem. Like they've proved with other games that they've made before that they can make the same overworld interesting twice. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
No.
I don't have a problem with it.
I think it'll be cool. Like, imagine if it took place like in the future, and then like all these like towns that you knew are now like cities, and like there's new towns in between, and like I don't know, it'd be really cool. But we'll see what they do. So
I think there is going to be a lot of. I think there is going to be a lot of underground stuff because I mean, I think that's what they were trying to like, get across with that opening trailer. Like the whole trailer's underground, basically.
Mhm.
I think they're trying to be like, look, we're gonna be exploring like subterranean Hyrule as well as the above ground or something like that. Would be really cool.
That's true. That'd
Like
be
if
pretty neat.
like if you think about it, like originally it was supposed to be a big DLC for the game, but it was just too big for that. So like I could see like arcade DLC being a thing they scrapped to make a new game or something like that.
We shall see. Did you play Breath of the Wild, Angie? I know you don't really have a Switch, right? But you have a Switch in your house.
I have not.
Yeah, when you get a Switch, you should definitely play it. It's actually
Someday.
probably my favorite Zelda game. It's weird. I know it's like the newest one and whatever, but
There are
yeah.
there are as many things that I don't like about it, and I wish that it had real dungeons and everything. But it's still my favorite Zelda game. It has such a large world. It's like staggering that they were able to ramp up from like a small hub-based design that they've been doing for the last 30 years to a world of that size.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, you know, if you play one of the new Assassin's Creed games, they have big worlds, but like 80% of it is just set decoration.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to do everywhere in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
Every nook and cranny.
It's crazy.
Purpose.
So crazy.
So Breath of the Wild is so I love Zelda, but I feel like it is my favorite and it's not my favorite. It doesn't give me that like nostalgia I get like when I play like Majora's Mask or something. And like, but I love it for like what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite Zelda game.
No, it's true. I mean, Zelda games break down into like 3 categories, right? There's like the top-down Zeldas, and you can't really compare them against the 3D Zeldas because you kind of need like a favorite top-down and a favorite like 3D one. And then I feel the 3D ones, and I guess kind of like the 2D ones in a way, they break down into like dungeon, hub world, and then open world. Which, because the first Zelda was open world too, even though it was top-down, right? So it is kind of like Breath of the Wild. So I don't know. It's almost like 3 different categories of Zelda games now, right? Because they're just so different.
Yeah,
They are very Metroid. Sorry.
I love them all for different reasons, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
You never. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have a favorite one. Like, it doesn't matter, right? I don't know. I really like Breath of the Wild because I really hadn't had a feeling like that in a game in a very long time. Where I got in there, and I felt like lost in a good way. Like I was excited to explore things, and I wasn't like overly told what to do. And like I don't know, I was one of those people that turned off like all the HUD and stuff too, and I just like wandered around and.
It's a sense of adventure like pretty much no other game has, for sure.
No, it was really cool. Yeah, and it was actually almost as entertaining watching my wife play than like as me were playing.
Swatted.
Sorry?
Ben just got swatted or something.
What happened?
No.
Oh.
I pulled my webcam out. I kicked the cord.
Oh no.
What did it look like? I'm kind of curious.
It looked violent. Like
did it? Oh, I didn't even see.
The SWAT team just broke your fucking door down.
By the time I know, by the time I noticed it was just black. That's
sorry
amazing.
for interrupting you, Alex.
No, that's okay. That's hilarious. That's awesome. No, I didn't see that. When I looked up, it was just a black screen, so I didn't know what you meant. That's awesome. Ben got swatted. They finally got him. They found him, everyone. Finally, all my tips have paid off. It took them a long time. It's like that Simpsons episode where Bart keeps telling the FBI where Milhouse is, and he keeps telling them that he's like responsible for crimes. That's my favorite.
Need justice.
Oh, Fugitive spinoff.
I've played a lot of like open world games, but I really like the Bethesda games, especially like Morrowind and Skyrim. I mean, I like all of them, but Morrowind was a great game the first time I played it. But I find, especially since I started developing games, like it takes a really good game to kind of suspend my disbelief. But Breath of the Wild is like it transcends that feeling of knowing how it's made.
Oh, sorry, I'm in a
It's
game.
okay. I'm gonna leave. I'll wait for Sir Drop Air to join. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I actually, the last time I had a feeling that was similar to Breath of the Wild was Fallout. Fallout's actually the first, like Fallout 3 was the first Bethesda game I played. I never played like Oblivion and stuff. Just because I thought the art was so garbage, it offended me to play it. But that's like a whole other story. But yeah, I played Fallout 3, and like that was such an amazing feeling to like walk out to the wasteland and just do whatever the hell you want to do. Like I didn't do like everybody does. I didn't do the main story forever. Like my dad's like, "Oh, I'm Liam Neeson, come help me," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, bye," and like you just like turn left and run away. And it was so like, I don't know, like unique. You just go out there and you find these little stories and people, and I don't know, it was really cool. You don't get that a lot, like not that that specific feeling, but no, you don't. Like Minecraft definitely hit me like that.
Yeah, Minecraft for sure.
Yeah.
There's lots of open world games that I love. Like I like Red Dead Redemption, I like The Witcher 3, but none of them have that feeling that Bethesda games and Breath of the Wild have. I don't think.
Yeah, I really love Red Dead, but Red Dead to me is about like the story and like the visuals in a way. It doesn't have that. I mean, but like I have a whole thing about Rockstar games, like where they limit you too much. Like they basically discourage freedom a lot of times. Like, oh, you went too far left in this mission, so you failed. Like, it's an open world game.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, just. Oh god. Oh, that's a good tactic, shooting the homing missile backwards, so then I can't see it coming off the screen. I don't know if you did that. Oh god, on purpose, but that was awesome.
That's supposed to happen.
I know, but it's kind of a fun tactic.
It's happening. Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like a green projectile if you shoot it backwards, right?
Yeah, it doesn't home. It's not supposed to.
It changes
I think I know why it's
man.
happening, but I should write that down actually, because I don't think I checked that.
Just wants to go home.
I'm gonna forget.
If we have achievements, if we ever come out on, if Steam ever lets us have achievements, the homing missile needs a Happy Gilmore achievement. Go home!
Are you too good for your home?
Did you guys see him? It's been like, whatever, 20 years or 30 years since that movie came out. Adam Sandler posted like a little, I don't know if it was on TikTok or something, him driving a golf, but not with a hockey stick, with a regular club, but like Happy Gilmore, like doing like the run at it and stuff. It was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just did that like last week or something. It was pretty funny. That was a great movie. Adam Sandler. That's a whole topic right there. It's almost 9 o'clock. I don't think we have time to dive into the shenanigans career of Adam Sandler.
The shenanigans career, yeah.
Keep making kind of terrible movies that everybody loves, even though they're not great sometimes. I don't know, it's amazing. What a hero. God love Adam Sandler movies, even like the terrible ones. Like one of my most I don't know, shameful statements I've made in my life is I love Jack and Jill. People make fun of that movie so bad, and the first time I watched it, I laughed so bad, I can't even explain. It was the funniest shit to me. And I know it's a terrible movie, and I don't know if I just had too much wine or whatever I had or whatever happened, but it was just the funniest shit ever. So stupid. Adam Sandler. Gotta have him on the show sometime. This is a show now.
Hey, if you can do that, hey, it's...
Yeah. We should have a little guest star window off to the left side. We could have a bumper guest star.
Unfortunately, the game's not called Bumper Stars anymore.
I know. It doesn't make any sense except to us.
It sucks that it's not called that anymore.
I know, it's such a good name.
It will live on in Bumper Stars mode.
Yeah, it makes Chris really sad because she came up with that name.
Did she? Oh, yeah. It was such a good name. I emailed those guys, too, to try and buy the name from them. I was willing to give them money. But they just never responded to me. Too good in their banking sector, wherever they work now. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Fine Tech. Or
Well,
whatever.
the company's probably defunct now, right?
It is. That's the thing. I'm like, hey, I know you guys ain't doing shit with this anymore. May I have bumper stars, or like, can we talk about, like getting the rights for the name? And they just never responded to me. So
Watch the
Aw.
day we launch this game, they're gonna launch a game that's gonna be like exactly the same called Bumper
Yeah.
Stars.
that'd be amazing if they pulled that off.
Yeah,
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
it would be a little suspicious too.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. We'll see. We'll see. Rocket Rumble kind of belongs to a couple things too, so we'll see if Kirby sues us. I showed this game to Nintendo. They had their chance to sue us at this point, okay? So,
Yeah.
Was it called Rocket Rumble at the time?
I think it was called Bumper Stars, or one of the 12 other
Bumper
names
Stars.
we had for it. Overtook me as it lagged and killed me. Oh, really? Oh,
Not
that's
Mario
a crazy one.
Kart.
I just heard my wife yelling after our youngest son, like, no, 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 no. He's been climbing the shit out of stuff. So I assumed he was doing something insane. He is such a disaster right now. At one point we found him like on top of the fish tank, just like trying to grab stuff. And I'm like, how did you even get up here?
Oh no!
My mom has this irrational fear because we have a fish tank that our children are going to drown in them. And I'm like, that's never going to happen. And like the next day he was like on top of it. I'm like, oh, he could have died. Wow. Wow, I guess your Polish paranoia is possibly right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. He's on top of it. He's just on top of the tables all the time, side tables, on the dogs. Oh my god. He doesn't give a crap. He's living life to the fullest. Oh my god.
Whoa, that was a triple kill.
Super murder, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you die on? A rock? After?
I think so. I shot a projectile backwards.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and then you died too somehow.
And then I died I think it was on a rock. Yeah.
No, oh my god. Farewell. Oh my god. You guys and you're murdering me. Oh, was that you, Sir Drop Bear? Oh yeah, Ben just destroyed us all.
Sorry.
He's the new Vince for today, I guess, or something. It's crazy. Anyways, let's do one more game. It's almost 9 o'clock. We're gonna try and do these streams for 2 hours because we've been going kind of wild. So
I've gotten to know this track super well because of all the networking tests I've done, like tracking projectiles. I know like where to shoot them so they like.
Oh yeah, sweet. That's
ricochet
awesome.
back. Yeah.
I bet you're probably like a madman at this. He just sees like just ones and zeros, like the Matrix for you.
Isn't that what everyone else sees?
Sometimes.
I'm not a robot yet.
Not yet. We're all getting there. Elon Musk is helping out.
Have you guys heard of Monster Sanctuary?
Name sounds familiar, but I can't really say that I know what it is.
It is a Metroidvania side-scrolling monster collecting game, like Pokemon.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's cool.
And I think that's what I'm going to play on stream tonight.
I thought you were
That
gonna
was
say,
a lot
and
of buzzwords.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say, and I think I'm in love.
And I think I'm in love. Well, I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. But, I'm going to do like my first play of it on stream.
Is it like a new game or?
It's newish.
Yeah.
When did it come out? 8th of December 2020. So yeah, it's pretty new.
Oh, that's cool. Rest of the night.
So
Oh, yeah, sorry, just reading Sir Drop Bears. Just asking what we're doing the rest of the night. I am gonna go finish applying for a tax credit. Very exciting. And possibly wrangle some children so my wife doesn't go insane. Watching fluffy stuffs. Yeah, I'd like to do that too. I've missed your last couple.
I've been watching his stream from last night. It's been fun. He did the Zelda randomizer.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna do another run of that at some point. I want to like start again probably because I screwed up, and then the game crashed on me a few times. So,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't save because I'm dumb. Like I just wasn't thinking, and then it crashed on me. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
making me want to play a randomizer though. Like I've never actually been able to get it to work.
That's
No,
cool.
yeah.
I didn't even know that like existed. It's so wild.
Yeah.
The whole like modding, speedrun, whatever emulator community is just insane to me.
You know,
It's so
it's
crazy.
so out of my like realm of understanding.
Speedrunners especially, like those people are just insane. It's just relax.
It's crazy. I don't know if it's like an actual official run, but like there are randomizer runs now too.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's like
yeah.
interesting because they don't know the items they're getting, but they know the locations they have access to.
Oh, crazy.
So you know
And
what's
it's like
crazy?
they're
In the Zelda Ocarina randomizer that I used, they have options for that. So it has like an algorithm that makes sure that there's a path for you through the game. But you can put in a glitch. You can set it to glitch run, where you can use like the speed running glitches, and it will find a path for you through the game that may include the requirement of doing speed running glitches to get to where you need to go.
Oh, that's cool. They
Yeah.
like know those things are possible,
Yeah,
so they
it's
include that
pretty
in their
crazy.
shenanigans.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
it would be really easy to soft lock somebody. Like, for example, a runner that I watch sometimes, he did a no logic run where it's like it's possible he couldn't finish the game, and the ocarina was locked behind the Song of Storms.
Oh, shit.
So you
That's
needed
amazing.
to play the Song of Storms to get the ocarina, but you couldn't get the ocarina. So he had to do a glitch where you were able to play the bottle as an ocarina.
Oh my god, chicken or the egg shenanigans. It's crazy.
Even just in the run I did, like it gave me the diving scale really early in the run, and I was like, oh well, that's pretty useless, but I guess I can use it. And then I realized that I could actually escape the Lost Woods without defeating the Deku Tree because I could go into the Lost Woods and dive into the water and get out to
Whoa.
Lake Hylia. And then later in the run, I realized that they actually had to have given me that, because if they hadn't given me that, I wasn't able to get bombs to get in to see, to get
That's
into
crazy.
Zora's domain. So I actually needed to use the diving scale to get to see King Zora so that I could get a song so that I could go back and get the bombs. I don't know, it was crazy.
Oh, that's so wild.
It makes the game like totally new and fresh. It's pretty crazy.
It's weird. Huh. Crazy. Cool. Okay, I think we'll call it a night today. Thanks for tuning in to us playing some more Rocket Rumble, and we'll be back at some point before the end of the beta. Hopefully we see you for more. And thanks for tuning in. If anybody else wants to say farewell,
Farewell.
make it so.
Have a good night,
Thanks.
everybody.
I'll be
Yeah, thanks for watching,
streaming
guys.
in an hour over on Fluffy Stuff if any of you guys
Yeah.
want to.
Let's go watch some fluffy stuff. That's a hilarious statement.
I'll be streaming over on Fluffy Stuff. Yeah, it is a funny.
I like it.
And I think, pretty sure I'm going to play Monster Sanctuary if anybody knows
That's
what
awesome.
that
I'm
is.
definitely going to tune into some of that. And that was the thing. Is that like a new game or is it like an old game?
Yeah, it's new. It's like
Yeah,
a couple
cool.
months old.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool.
Hopefully,
Awesome
just let me
possums.
name my monsters, and I can just name them after like everybody in chat.
Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. That'd be really cool. Cool. Okay. Bye, everyone.
See you
Bye,
later.
guys.